Hello and welcome everyone to the in-depth series of Drishti IAS. My name is Pragya. In today's interesting episode of in-depth series, we are going to discuss and analyze a very significant and an important topic. The title of our today's discussion is India has signed a historic trade agreement with EFTA. So in this discussion, we are firstly going to understand about this India EFTA trade deal. Then we are also going to examine what is the significance of the deal for both India and EFTA nations. Then we are also going to analyze the limitations of the deal, and lastly we are going to see a practice question for your prelims examination. So if I talk about the background of our today's topic or the news, so as we are discussing that this historical trade deal has been signed between India and EFTA on March 10. And this trade deal has been described as a watershed moment. Watershed moment in fostering economic cooperation between India and EFTA. So after the signing of this deal, various other opportunities will open for India. See, the FTA or the Free Trade Agreement negotiations between India, UK and India and USA are currently under pipeline due to political uncertainties. So this India EFTA trade deal is a significant boost to these economic relation between India and the developed nations. So this brings us to the important point of our today's discussion, that what exactly is this India EFTA trade deal. So as we all know that this trade deal has been inked and it is expected to bring $100 billion investment commitment over a 15-year period. And you will be shocked to know that this deal has been signed after a hiatus of almost 16 years. And after 21 rounds of negotiations. So basically, after a hiatus of 16 years and 21 round of negotiations, this deal promises an investment of $100 billion in India by the EFTA nations in the period of 15 years. Okay, so this investment has been pledged by 4 Western European nations. And who are these nations? These nations include Iceland, Norway, Switzerland, and Liechtenstein. So these are the 4 nations who are a part of the EFTA group. Moving forward, the agreement is set to deliver significant economic advantages, including enhanced integration and resilience of supply chain, fresh opportunities in the field of economic cooperation, employment generation, and an opportunity for investment in a high tariff country like India, because both India and EFTA will reduce the custom duty on industrial supplies. To facilitate equitable and fair trade between India and EFTA. Moving forward, let us examine what is the significance of the deal for both India and EFTA. So India expects that the fact the pact following deals with the UAE and Australia will boost exports of pharmaceuticals, garments, chemicals and machinery, while attracting investments in automobiles, food processing, railways and the financial sector. So basically this trade deal has been very significant for India to fulfill its dream of becoming Atmanirbhar Bharat. Atmanirbhar Bharat. So to fulfill this dream of self-sufficiency in manufacturing, okay, India is trying to attract the investments from foreign direct investors, and this trade deal is very significant in this regard. Moving forward, India hopes the pact will improve trade ties with Switzerland, the biggest partner in the EFTA. So for Switzerland, India is the fourth largest partner in Asia and the single largest partner in Southeast Asia, and the largest in Southeast Asia. So definitely the Swiss companies are going to benefit hugely from this India EFTA trade deal. The Indian government is expected to phase out custom duty on imported goods over a period of time, which will reduce the price of luxury Swiss goods in India. So all your Swiss watches, all your Swiss chocolates, wines, etc. are said to be cheaper in India because of this reduction in the custom duty or the import duty. Moving forward, what are the specifics of the agreement? So basically in the seafruits and fruit sector, tuna, salmon and Mediterranean fruits. In the beverages sector, coffee and wine. In the food product sector, different oils, variety of sweets and processed foods. Moving forward to the consumer goods sector, watches, smartphones, bicycle parts, medical equipment and clocks, and industrial products such as medicines, dyes, textiles, apparel, iron and steel products and machinery equipment. So all of these products, all of these specifics that are given in the India EFTA trade deal are said to be cheaper in India because both the nations, that is the 4 European nations as well as India, are planning to cut down the import duties in to foster economic cooperation and in the industrial sector. So all of these products will benefit the Indian customers a lot, and definitely the investment will increase, the employment opportunities will increase, the economic stability in India will increase, because currently India is in a trade deficit of around 18%. So that is why our Prime Minister has said that yes, this deal will pave our path towards economic sustainability. Moving forward, now let us examine what are the limitations of the deal. So Switzerland, which is India's biggest trade partner among EFTA countries, has recently decided to eliminate import duties on all industrial goods for all countries starting from January 1, 2024. That means there will be a tough competition for India. Tough competition for India in the Swiss market. So it is not easy for India as of now to access the EFTA market. Okay, and Switzerland, being the largest partner, has reduced import duties for almost all of the countries. So this is definitely going to hamper India negatively because of the higher competition in the Swiss market. Then India is also worried about the elimination of tariffs on industrial products encompassing chemicals, consumer goods, vehicles and clothing, since these goods constitute 98% of the India's $1.3 billion merchandise exports to the Switzerland in the fiscal year 2023. So you see, there are a number of things that India will face even after this trade deal, especially in the Swiss market, because of the relaxation that is given by the Swiss government to all of the countries. So yes, if Indian products will be exported, then yes, they are going to face a very tough competition. Moving forward, exporting agricultural products to Switzerland continues to pose difficulties due to intricate network of tariffs, quality regulations and approval criteria of the Swiss government. So definitely the agricultural imports are not going to benefit from this India EFTA trade deal as much as the railways, economic sectors, medicine sector and pharmaceuticals etc. are going to benefit, especially the chemical sector. Okay, so yes, it is not good for the agricultural exports of India. And EFTA has not displayed any kind of willingness as of now to eliminate tariffs on fundamental agricultural products. So these are some of the limitations of the deal. Okay, so if you try to conclude our today's discussion, see, we cannot undermine the significance of this India EFTA trade deal because India is largely dependent on China. Largely dependent on China for exports. So if you talk about the financial year 2023, the exports were to the tune of $20.08 billion from China, and especially in the medicine and the chemical industry. So yes, even though there are limitations to the deal, you cannot undermine the significance of this deal for India. Just imagine the kind of employment opportunities it will generate in India, because the EFTA is talking about having joint ventures in India. So yes, it will improve our economic stability. It will decrease our trade deficits. Okay, it will definitely promote employment in India. India is already a hot destination for the foreign investors. So yes, it is very significant for India economically. Moving forward, this is the pictorial representation of India's trade with EFTA nations in the financial year 2023. As you can see, the largest partner is Switzerland, then Iceland, then Liechtenstein, and then Norway. Okay, moving forward to the India's trade gap surpluses with EFTA nations in financial year 2023. As I have already mentioned that yes, India's trade gap stands at almost 18%. So see, with Switzerland, it was deficit, Iceland surplus, Liechtenstein, it was already in surplus, and for Norway, it was in deficit. So yes, this India EFTA trade agreement is very significant to reduce our trade deficits with the other nations. Moving forward, so India's key exports to EFTA nations includes chemicals, drugs and pharmaceuticals, gems and jewelry. So custom duty on gold has been left out. That means the import duty India is charging on gold has not been changed by this EFTA agreement. Then engineering goods, then ready-made garments. Okay, then India's key imports from EFTA nations include gold, pharmaceutical, watches, ships and boats, and soya bean oil. So all of the imports that are going to be there from India to the EFTA nations, and all of our imports from them, okay, exports and imports both are going to benefit from this India EFTA trade deal. With this, we come to a conclusion of our today's discussion. We have discussed the India EFTA trade deal. We have also seen that what are the significance of this deal for India. Okay, and we have also analyzed that despite their limitations, we cannot undermine the significance of this trade deal for India's economic sustainability. Now let us discuss a practice question for your prelims examination. So the question is, the European Free Trade Association, also known as EFTA, is an intergovernmental organization consisting of which of these countries? So option A is Switzerland, option B is Ireland, and option C is Norway, and option D is all of the above. So kindly drop your answers in the comment box below. I hope this session was insightful for you. If you have any feedback regarding this session, you can drop it in the comment box below. If you liked today's discussion and found it to be helpful, kindly like the video and subscribe to our channel for more such interesting updates. Thank you.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.